Hi, Mark here. I have a fun giveaway for you. I have 5 copies of 1923, A Yellowstone Origin Story up for grabs. And so yeah, if you want a copy, if you're listening to this episode, just shoot me a message. Be like, hey, Mark, I would like a copy of 1923 starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford. It's a good time. So yeah, 1923, A Yellowstone Origin Story starring Academy Award winner Helen Mirren and Academy Award nominee Harrison Ford introduces a new generation of the Dutton family as they explore the early 20th century when pandemics, historic drought, and the end of Prohibition and the Great Depression all plague the Mountain West and the Duttons who call it home. This release features all 8 episodes of Season 1 plus over 2 hours of special features including an extended making-of featurette, a powerful exploration of Tiana Rainwater's harrowing journey, and an exclusive sit-down interview with video editor Chad Gulster. 1923, A Yellowstone Origin Story, available now on DVD and Blu-ray. Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a fashion visionary who only wears V-necks and cargo pants. It's Erik Hoffmeyer.
I'm bringing them back. Cargo pants are like SUVs for the legs. They're amazing.
Remember when you were a manager at a clothing store in the early 2000s.
Can we forget about that?
Yeah.
Why did you have to bring that up?
But the reason is you got me a pair of cargo shorts that, I mean, had so much storage capability in them. It felt like a TARDIS, like they were bigger on the inside. And I remember one time, Erik, in 2004, 2005, just when this movie came out, I was sitting down with somebody and I was just pulling stuff out of my pockets that I didn't even know were in there. I swear to you, this isn't a joke. Like, I'm not being funny. I pulled out like a dinosaur. I was like, why is there a dinosaur in my pocket? Like, I was just pulling stuff out of my cargo shorts. Like, they just accumulated in there.
It's a philosophical question. Do you need the pockets to store your stuff, or do you feel the need to fill the pockets because you have them?
That's a great question. Now, as a bouncer working, it was great because I could slip a Red Bull in there. I could slip a 5-Hour Energy in there.
You can sneak alcohol into football games.
Tissues, yeah. Like, I think I've told the story in the podcast before, but so you have so many pockets on cargo shorts, they don't want to check them all. So when you walk up to the security guards and you pull, oh gosh, sorry, I forgot about this booze. Here you go. They're like, oh, thank you for being honest. And you walk by with about 40 in your other pockets. So like cargo shorts really helped me out in the early 2000s when I was bouncing, going to football games, engaging in shenanigans. But they're also very hefty.
They are. And isn't it a sick joke that cargo shorts were big when cell phones were small?
Yeah.
And now the shorts, those extra pockets are out, and now we have gigantic smartphones. So wouldn't it be great if the universe just aligned to where we could have these cargo shorts with a smartphone? It would make life so much easier.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to just worry about where you're putting it. Like, you don't have to sit on it. You just put it on your side, on your pocket. You know, I gotta say, though, I worked on film sets for a long time, and most of the special effects guys in art department, they all wore cargo pants or shorts. And so I feel like cargo pants and shorts get a bad rap. But, I mean, it's extra storage on
But they
your
were
body.
in the field all day, right?
Exactly. And so, like, hey, I need a wrench. Oh, it's in one of my pockets. You know, like, hey, like an hour later they find it because there's just so much in their pockets. But yeah, I mean, it's good. It's like a nice, I guess if you're on vacation, it's good. Like, you know those people who wear those shirts with all the hidden pockets because they're worried about getting their passport stolen?
Well, that, and if you ever see a lot of new shirts, like the outdoor shirts with the long sleeves, have like a breast pocket with a zipper where you can just slide your phone. Like if you're boating or if you're doing some kind of outdoor activity. So a lot of these new Patagonia shirts have the phone pocket on the shirt itself.
Adapt or die.
Yeah.
Cargo pants are technically perfect, though, Erik. They haven't had to adapt. Like, they're like the camel. They can survive in the desert for many days without water. A lot of storage capacity.
1 hump or 2 hump? Which type of camel?
It just depends. Like, I mean, if you wear pants that you can zip off the legs, that's a 2-humper. And a 1-humper is just like a pair of pants or shorts with all the pockets.
I started researching cargo pants just because I saw Vin Diesel in them in the Pacifier the whole movie. And it looks like the world started turning on them in about 2015. I don't know what happened where you started going to more of a slim down look. part of the reason why I think people hate them is women led the charge on this one, obviously. Because if it was up to us, we would just continue wearing them because of the utility and the extra space. But I guess it's just like it sends a message to women like, this is who I am. I don't care about my appearance anymore. So it's like this feeling of settling, I think, from their perspective, which hastened the demise of that style icon.
And that's crazy too, because I mean, who's walking into a club with cargo pants? But I mean, I might just do it now. Because I could put my Mallory's crunchies in there. I could put her water in there. I could stash a diaper in there. Doesn't matter.
You know, that brings a good point up. And for new parents, the first piece of advice I give them when they're expecting a child is don't go for the diaper bag, the door. Just get like a Patagonia North Face regular backpack. You don't need the diaper bag, the thing that kind of the sashy, you know, where you wear it over one shoulder and it's all ugly and unwieldy. Just get a backpack, man. You have a backpack, you don't need the cargo pockets. You just throw it in, you know, and you just go around about your business.
We bought a Patagonia. It's beautiful. Just put it on your back. It's a backpack. Yeah. Glorious. You can fit everything you need in there.
It could be baby stuff, or you could be going on a day hike. You know, who knows?
I gotta tell you though, man, I don't know if Hollywood did me a favor or a disservice, because every single movie with kids, just everyone's always whoa, like they don't sleep, they scream, they poop, they projectile poop. So when we had Mallory, I was just expecting never to sleep. I was expecting projectile vomit. Like Mallory's super chill. So my whole life I've been prepared of like, you're not gonna sleep, your life is gonna end. But I'm 40. Like, I'm not young, so it's like I'm cool chilling at home, and I don't get puked on all the time. So I feel like I was expecting the worst, but the Mallory's so chill that I'm kind of like, I guess this wasn't the pacifier. You just find dirty diapers and throw them onto rogue agents' vehicles.
That's a good point. There was projectile vomit in the pacifier, and they were like dirty diaper jokes.
Everywhere. Like, why are there dirty diapers out on the counter you can put your hand in?
Yeah, that was weird. That doesn't happen in my household.
No, you put them in a dog poop bag, you seal them up, throw them out.
Well, at the changing table, there's a little diaper genie where you just step on it. The little thing's open. You drop it in. You're good.
You're good to go. But this is, I really do feel, though, that most of these movies growing up, or whenever an adult action star, not an adult, like a muscly action star has to watch children, it just becomes them going like, whoa! And then I feel like that's how I grew up. So when I had a kid, and like I'm like, actually, changing diapers isn't bad. Like what? I was like, Vin Diesel lied to me. But also, I mean, no,
Vin Diesel lied to me?
Because he's like dunking a baby's butt in the toilet.
Professor Vin. Hanging on his every word.
Just, you know, I was watching this. I'm like, this is how the world works. Watching the pacifier. Which, yeah. I mean, listen, though, Eric. This movie is, the Pacifier is the number 214th highest grossing PG film of all time. And that goes back to the days of when there was no PG-13, so the most inappropriate movies ever were PG. So that's really not that bad. So I mean, Jaws was PG.
200th, right? Out of how many?
Well, on this list from the numbers, it goes to 1,000.
So what did it earn in theaters?
It earned almost $200 million. The Pacifier.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. The Pacifier. Like, this made $198 million. Now, let's adjust for inflation from 2004. Boom. We're over $200 million right then and there. That's
impressive.
I went and watched this in 2005. I think I was still in college. But I was like, hey, Vin Diesel's in it. Should be good. And then I left going, yikes. But then I kind of forgot about it. And now we're talking about it because I've been in Vin Diesel land lately.
Yeah, it's right. You did a recent Reddit about Vin Diesel's sleeveless shirts, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't wear any sleeveless shirts in this movie. This is adult Diesel.
How many movies does he not wear
7
sleeveless?
7 of them. 7.
Wow. But I expected you to have to count.
No, so Saving Private Ryan. We didn't even prepare for this, by the way. Saving Private Ryan, Boiler Room, Find Me Guilty, Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, The Pacifier, The Last Witch Hunter, Babylon AD. So those are the movies. But like, in those ones, Babylon AD, it's cold all the time. So he's not wearing a sleeveless shirt. In Saving Private Ryan and
uniform top
and
on.
Billy Lynn's The Pacifier and The Last Witch Hunter, he's a good guy. So when he's a bad guy, he wears a sleeveless shirt. But in these, he's not. And then you look at Boiler Room, he's like a white-collar criminal, but he's like the best, the nicest of the white-collar criminals. So he never wears a sleeveless shirt.
I like to feel bad when I wear sleeveless shirts. Like I need to feel tough.
Yeah, well, dude.
Especially like jean jackets with the sleeves cut off.
Like the Outsiders. Vin Diesel in The Fate of the Furious. And sorry, I know people have listened to this episode on MFF, but in the beginning he's wearing just a white tank top and a gray shirt. But then he turns evil and he starts wearing a black sleeveless shirt. And then when he turns good again at the end, he has a white tank top back on. So he has like the black cowboy hat, the white hat, and he turns dark in the middle of the movie. He goes bad and he has a black tank top. And then he's bookended by white tank tops. That's how you know Vin's gone evil.
Did they do that on purpose or was it a coincidence?
I think they have to, man. You can't have evil Vin yelling at Charlize Theron in a white tank top or a button up.
That reminds me of the latest Minions movie. The where Gru meets his brother Drew.
Yeah.
Gru's wearing all black. And Drew's the nice one wearing all white. He's got the higher pitched voice.
Well, you know, in movies, subconsciously they try to get the feeling across as fast as possible. So when you see that, you just know the colors already. So even kids can just go, oh, okay, I know the difference between them now. So like it's just, you know that too, but like it's just really easy visual storytelling. But yeah,
he wore white in Pacifier the whole movie too.
He's a good dude. Cargo pants and a white shirt. He's doing one-arm push-ups.
The costume designer must have loved that on set.
Yeah.
Right? You just have the same thing every time. And I was like, why did they do that? And I was like, oh, yeah, they want to show like he's very structured. The military is his life. He needs routine. Okay, I got it.
He has white and gray shirts, cargo pants. And so like, also in the military, this is random, and I want to see what you think about this. But this is it's kind of a good idea to put someone who's very structured in the military in a house with 5 children and a former Czechoslovakian beauty queen. And so, because it's chaos. And so I remember working on like film sets with a lot of veterans who were in the military and they come out and they love structure, but film sets are anything but. And so these guys would work all day if it was organized. When I got organized, they're like, let me tell you, man, why don't they just do this? Why is it like this? Why is it not like that? Hey, man, why is that director saying this? Why are we doing this? I'm like, hey, man, we should put this above our pay grades. Like, so I would watch them really, like, if they had something to do, they could work 15 hours. But I noticed, and I talked to a lot of my students, most of my students are vets as well. And they're like, yeah, like when things are unorganized, we hate it. So it's kind of fun watching that. And then so seeing this Navy SEAL who's has to have structure in his life to survive missions being thrust into this lifestyle. It's just good built-in drama. That's why there's so much of it, man. That's why Bautista, John Cena, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's why every Jackie Chan, they all get like thrown in with children. And then they're like, hey, it's a big dude with a little kid. Funny. So it makes sense that he was in this movie.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think when your life is so structured, chaos stresses you out because you like order. I can see that. There's validity to that. And going back to the tough guy and like the little kid thing, I guess there's so much to work with. I mean, you've got their badass side. Then you got the 4 stages of team building: forming, norming, storming, and performing, right? Yeah. Then you go through all of these 4 stages when you're partnering with a kid.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you
meet the person, it's a little rocky, something happens, you start, you functioning well together as a team, something happens, and there's a big climax to the movie.
Oh, got it. Yes. and that all happens. Like, but you know what though? We were talking about this. This movie got trashed by critics.
21%. It was so not fair.
And I don't think it was particularly, like, Ebert gave it 2 stars, which seems about right. But if you think about this movie as a film for children, and the director Adam Shankman, I don't know if you know this, but Adam Shankman is kind of a beast when it comes to movies. Like this guy came from, he was a choreographer. He did the She's All That dance. Like he did as many, like, I don't know, just look up Adam Shankman. He did Hairspray. Like this guy has done an insane amount of films.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Before he did this, he did The Wedding Planner, which made 60 mil. He made A Walk to Remember, which only made 41, but it's a cult classic.
Oh, he did the Step Up movies too.
And then he also did Bringing Down the House, which made 132 million. Then he did The Pacifier, which made 198. So these are all domestic. Cheaper by the Dozen 2, 86 million. Hairspray, 118. Bedtime Stories, 110. So,
you know what's funny? I've seen a trend in his movies. Pacifier was tough guy family. Step Up was dude from the streets, classically trained dancer. What was the one with Queen Latifah again?
Oh, she's out of prison and she's teaming up with Steve Martin. So, And then also Walk to Remember, she falls for the bad boy in town.
Yeah, and then Enchanted was the fairy tale in reality.
Wow. And then also Hairspray, you had the different sides of town meeting and getting together. So yeah, he definitely and there's also like a lot of dancing and like, but you know what's interesting? His movies are never
Panda dance. There's a panda dance in the Pacifier.
His movies are never totally like critically adored, but they make money. And so I think he just understood, like, I think when you watch this Pacifier, that Brad Garrett's coach is a horrifying human being. It's horrifying. Yeah. But kids who watch that, they're not like, this adult man is bullying children whose father just passed away.
He called the kid a creeper. Can you imagine that in a high school?
Oh yeah, it's bad. Like, and just threatening him. You don't show up for wrestling practice and like just bullying him and a horrifying vice principal.
I don't know. My kids were like, "Is that appropriate?" I'm like, "No, absolutely not." And they're like, "Oh, okay, I got it."
Because I think they just let him go. Like Brad Garrett, do whatever you want. But like,
the kids bought into it though. The kids thought it was hilarious.
And I think what the director was thinking was like, this is for kids. It's going to be episodic. People are going to fall downstairs. There's going to be puke. There's going to be poopy. There's going to be pee. There's going to be kid fights. There's going to be Nazis. There's going to be helicopter explosions, death on boats. There's going to be a maze, a fortified safe in a basement that costs $50 million to make. How do they even put acid in there? But it's so episodic, you can see how kids like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do. And that's why I get frustrated with these 21% Rotten Tomato. I look at it, the kids like it. Yeah, they loved it. They had a ton of fun. It's a great movie. That's how I look at it. I don't think I should analyze it through my lens. I think you got to look at it. Did kids like this kid's movie to really give it a fair shake?
On Deep Blue Sea, the podcast, Jay and I were talking about that romantic comedy, the romantic action comedy, or the rom-combat, I guess you can call it, Shotgun Wedding. And it has pretty negative reviews, but it's exactly what it should be. It's just a fun rom-com with some action. Like, you got to look at it on the rom-com scale. And then with the Pacifier, you got to look at it as the tough guy with kids PG Disney movie scale. You can't, like, this isn't going to be Wall-E, for lack of I can't think of anything else. This isn't meant to be art. The cinematography is not supposed to be shiny. You're going to have Smash Mouth. You're going to have Good Charlotte. And it's just supposed to be a simple 90-minute movie that kids can enjoy.
Can we talk about that? Why in that era of time, there were so many movies that had pop punk soundtracks. I got like all the American Pie movies.
Beautiful.
Van Wilder. I made a list here. Can't Hardly Wait. Cheaper by the Dozen. Euro Trip. Not Another Teen Movie. And this is just the pop punk. I'm not talking about the Repo Man, the SLC Punk. I'm not talking about those where they actually had like
real punks.
Hardcore. Yeah, like real punks. But what is it about pop punk that makes for such a good montage?
Well, they're kind of anthems.
Song.
They're kind of anthems, aren't they? So like this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Gonna like another loser. Like it's just they kind of had this sort of anthem. Like, remember Fall Out Boy? Like their kind of music was just very anthem rock. So I think if you're doing a montage, it's just good to have those big old anthems like Blink-182's "Damn It." Like at the end of Can't Hardly Wait.
There's a lot of Good Charlotte, Sum 41, Simple Plan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. You saw a lot. Oh, Yellow Card. You saw a lot of these in these movies around this time.
Oh, what did the Van Wilder soundtrack? And like Smash Mouth was around for Mystery Men. Van Wilder soundtrack that had some wild pop punk in there. Oh, it had like Jimmy World. So, geez Louise. I just think they made
fun.
Bouncing Off the Walls. That was Van Wilder. Remember, I'm bouncing off the walls again. Well, you could just put it in a 10-second spot and it fits perfectly. Like it's
like that energy of the pop punk just works with this genre of music in the early 2000s.
And it's not rancid. Like it's not Black Flag.
It's not NoFX.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all the stuff that we grew up with.
Yeah, it's not that. And so it's big, it's poppy. And so that's why they call it pop punk. Like I think it was just very pop music-y, very angsty, and that's where the culture was at, man. In '99, like I think I think in '99 everyone was kind of tired of. Remember, '99 was dominated by like Limp Bizkit,
boy bands too,
Korn, and all that, and boy bands.
I mean,
and so like
fair,
you had this super angry group, and then you had this sort of boy band group, but then you had the pop punk guys that were just sort of chill. And I think everyone sort of liked that vibe after being stuck with Stained for so long. And so yeah, you just pop some good Charlotte. Like there's some good songs on that. Like I really think that they make for a good trailer song. They make for a good bop in a movie, and that's about it.
I've been listening to a lot of Good Charlotte lately. Quick sidebar, like I Don't Want to Be in Love. Get Your Hands Off My Girl. Yeah. Like those were some fun songs that they had. And
that song Wondering, If You Want Me to Stay. I love that song. And yeah, but it's so poppy. Like you know what's funny about the look of Good Charlotte? They kind of wanted to look like the dudes from Avenged Sevenfold who look like they're about to like hit you with a pipe, but they were just very corporate kind of looking. But Hot Topic was really popular back then. Like that
every
whole
mall had a Hot Topic.
And like the big jeans, the big shirts. Like I wore them. So yeah, I just think they made for good anthems. They're very family friendly. Like just throw, this is the anthem. Like that's been in 20 different movies. I mean, everything had pop punks. Like Out Cold had that soundtrack back then.
Yeah, but it's kind of shocking to see how many of those songs made it into movies. Like they probably made more money off soundtracks than they did off like album sales on their own.
Dude, think about it, man. Like if you can get a song on a soundtrack that sells, because I mean the Batman soundtracks were selling 4 million, 2 million. Kiss
by a Rose.
Yeah, Kiss by a Rose.
I still don't understand what that song means.
Just huge. And then remember, Smash Mouth was in Mystery Men. If you could be attached to something, you'll make that money. So, like Bouncing Off the Walls, that was everywhere. I just give me a good trailer song. Actually, let's see, Eric. Let's just write an anthem for a PG movie PG rated movie.
Okay,
let's do.
Not right now though. I can't come up with it on the spot.
You got this. It's a challenge. The mountain roller coaster. You come out through the other side and win. Life's a tunnel.
It's just all cliches.
Life's a tunnel. You go in through, it gets dark, but there's light at the end of it.
Just take as many demotivation posters as you can find and turn it into a punk song.
But that's I mean, platitudes work though, so I'd be all for that. But like, I don't know, this Pacifier movie also too. What I love about it is I've been reading a lot of interviews and people are talking to Adam Shankman. They're like, I hear Vin Diesel likes to walk on your sets and he likes to control everything. Shankman goes, he didn't do that. I told him not to do that. He's like, this is my world. And Diesel was worried about the comedy. And you know what's interesting? Shankman said Diesel was like, yeah, you're right. So if Diesel just was from word on the street, from what I read from every interview, is that all the kids loved Vin Diesel on the set, and he was just hanging out with the babies all the time.
Yeah, I saw that too. He loved, because how many babies did they have for this?
Yeah, like, I think
if you have a baby, you gotta have at least 3, right?
A couple babies hanging around.
It's like a rotation of babies, depending on what mood they're in.
And they were like, Vin, come to set. The baby's crying.
The whole reason Vin did this movie was so his nephews and nieces and godsons and goddaughters could see Uncle Vin in a movie.
Mm-hmm. And
I respect that.
All these people want to evolve too, man. Because by this point, Vin was just basically doing Boiler Room, Pitch Black, Fast and Furious, Triple X. Like he was just the anti-hero. And so I think a lot of actors want to get out of that mold. So that's why Bautista jumps to My Spy. That's why Hulk Hogan did Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny. Like that's why Bruce Willis was in Mercury Rising. Jason Statham was in Safe. Tooth Fairy, Game Plan, Dwayne Johnson. It's
Tooth Fairy was weird. Game Plan was good.
Yeah. But that's what happens. I think he made good Game Plan. They're like, oh, kids love Vin or kids love Dwayne. Let's put him in another one. And then everyone just went, oh no. Like he has Tooth Fairy. But I think the whole thing of just people being stuck with kids is what works. Like if you look at Kindergarten Cop, 200 million. The Game Plan, 147 million. But this movie, The Pacifier, 200 mil. So I think it works best when they're big dudes just forced.
Yeah, and I noticed that I know you're big on posters and trailers. So the poster for this is Vin Diesel, The Pacifier. Like, because at what point do you put the lead actor's name on the poster? Like, this actor is this. I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, I mean,
that kind of changed. I guess you do that to really hammer home that he was so popular at the time, and then, hey, look at him as a babysitter.
but I think that was, I think that was kind of what they did back then, though. Remember Julia Roberts, My Best Friend's Wedding, Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, in general, like star vehicles. Like, we don't have star vehicles too much anymore.
What's a star vehicle?
Well, like, remember in the 90s, dude, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Bad Boys 2, Independence Day, Will Smith, Tom Cruise is in The Firm, Tom Cruise is in this, Tom Cruise is Julia Roberts is in Runaway Bride.
So it was more star-oriented than it was, so you could get away with that kind of putting the star's name on the poster.
And also, too, why would you not say Vin Diesel is the pacifier? Because then dads walk by and go, oh, hey. Or moms walk by and go, oh, hey, it's a guy from Triple X. Or, you know, kids walk by and they're like, oh, hey, it's the guy from Fast and Furious. Like, you want him on there looking miserable. And then you're like, okay, this is fun. Like, and it made this movie made $200 million. It was projected to make $15 million and it pulled in 30 the opening weekend.
And it's got a long shelf life on streaming on Disney Plus, too.
You know how many DVDs sold? This thing sold an insane amount of DVDs. Like, it opened up with, I think, $10 million in its first week of sales on DVD. So it's released on, it's already pulling in bank. Because you know how many minivans this was played in with DVDs? I bet you kids were shoved in the back of minivans and watched The Pacifier.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you make more money when you have a movie that respects kids.
Yeah.
There's no, innuendos. It was clean. Everything was clean about this movie, and I think you make more money because parents can keep going back to it and back to it and back to it over and over again.
It's 90 minutes. Vin gets bit by a duck.
It's a full 90 minutes, though. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, it moves. It's a brisk move through this movie. It never feels bogged down because there's so much in it.
I gotta say, though, Lulu is the MVP of this movie.
She's the funniest.
Yeah, Lulu and Vin.
Land, sweet land. Remember when she jumped on the minivan when her sister was driving?
And remember at the end he's like, "You'll always be my best friend." And like they become buds. And Brittany Snow's fine, but she's the stock 16-year-old kid. Max has a lot more to do, but he's like, he wants to do musical theater. And Vin's very accepting of it too. There's never anything that goes wrong in this movie. Even the villain turns, like, he never loses the kids completely either. Like, there's never a cruel sequence where they're absolutely cruel to him. Like, he steps in poop, but they play that for fun. And then he wins them over, and then they get to know each other. They become buds. He crawls around in a basement, and then everyone's happy. So that's why it's another really rewatchable movie. Remember Kindergarten Cop? I feel like that was a pretty violent movie.
I haven't seen it recently.
Yeah, like I remember climbing up towers and people dying. And
well, that was a movie with kids for adults.
Yeah. This is a kids movie with an action star.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? The duck. You know why the duck was in there?
No.
So this movie was written by Tom Lennon, who is one of the Thomas Lennon and Robert Ben Garant. They are the Reno 911 guys. And this was originally written for Jackie Chan. And so that's why you have,
interesting.
His stunt coordinators were in this movie. And so, the big fight in the house with the two North Korean spies.
Oh, with the ninjas.
That was in the Jackie Chan script. And they also had, like, the duck in the script. And they said this in an interview, that they bought the script because there's going to be a subplot. Oh, so this is what he said. There was a ton of duck because it was a Jackie Chan movie. He bought the duck to eat. The family didn't have a pet duck. But he said, hey, I've got a surprise for you kids, duck. And they're like, yay. And he takes out a meat cleaver. And they're like, that's why there was a duck. Why would a suburban family have a duck? And they're like, we just watched a finished film and there's a duck in there. Why is there a duck in it? Why is there an attacked duck? And then the whole point was for Jackie Chan to become like best friends with the duck. Like there's a scene where he's spilling his heart out to the duck.
Yeah, I can see this kind of strange. The duck. I thought it was a Sound of Music reference because this is basically like the Sound of Music.
The Plumbers. Come on, Christopher Plummer.
The kid had the frog, right? Didn't he have like some kind of frog or some kind of animal? The Sound of Music in his pocket that he carried around. But I thought it was something to do with how the inspiration from the Sound of Music.
I mean, the kids
same thing. Babysitter, a little rough around the edges. They learn to bond.
And you have Christopher Plummer in the Sound of Music, and their last name is the Plumbers.
Nice connection.
Like they're just it's all Sound of Music. This is all, I read that somewhere, but then I researched to make sure
play.
it was there.
Yeah, and the play. The good thing about the play is Vin Diesel started his career in New York doing theater, and that was a cool connection too.
Yeah, off Broadway. And you know what's fun watching this one too is, so I had to watch all the Vin movies, and there is very much so a Vin thing nowadays. Vin stands there, puffs his arms out, and he clenches his fists, and then he stands there and he goes, "Yeah, so what we're doing today is just family. You don't turn your back on family, but I gotta turn my back this time because I got kids." Like it's very serious. Like he used to joke around. Remember in Fast and Furious when he goes, "What'd you put in that tuna, Mia?" Like he used to joke. And so after going through all of his films and watching serious Vin, and then watching this, like he gave Shankman everything in this movie. Like he's dancing, he's singing, he's doing silly faces, he
was vulnerable.
Yeah.
He was very vulnerable in this movie.
And the director said that that's more him in real life than his character on screen. This is, so in Fast 10, not Fast 10 your seatbelts, he has Brie Larson,
dad joke,
Rita Moreno, Charlize Theron, and another Oscar winner in it. Oh, and Helen Mirren. So he has 4 Oscar winners in it. And like Brie Larson doesn't suffer fools. Like she doesn't mess around. Charlize Theron, if she doesn't like you, she wouldn't be there for 3 movies. So like he has Rita Moreno there, an icon. I watched her documentary and she is like, the stuff that she says in that documentary, your jaw just drops. She doesn't care. She's open. So they all love him. So like it seems like he puts up this Vin Diesel on screen, but behind everyone seems to kind of like him. Like he gets drunk and he dances to Beyonce. So it's,
I mean, he plays Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. He loves kids.
Yeah, it's yeah, but yeah, I guess that's, you got to have that persona on screen because I guess that's what works. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. But he said that's more Vin than he lets on to other people.
That's a great thought. What do you say we take a break and I'm going to come at you with some pretty epic questions for Mark?
Yeah, sounds good. All right, we'll take a break and we'll be back to talk more about the Pacifier. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And so Erik, right? We've covered cargo pants. We've covered pop punk. We've covered Vin Diesel. We've talked about ducks. What do you want to explore next?
I want to explore this coach in the movie, the assistant principal, and how much of a character he was.
Murney.
I want to revisit the Murninator.
I would have harassed him so badly in school. I would have been the baloney guy.
You would have got him wound up, like just to mess with him.
Like, he's like, you can only talk if you raise your hand, so I'll just raise my hand and talk.
He added some spice to the movie.
Yeah.
He did. He added some, like, a little bit of edge, this extra antagonist to mess him around. I think he was a good vehicle to help show some good lessons in fatherhood. Like, don't force your kid to play a sport that he doesn't want to do. It's never going to end up well. He's just going to end up hating it if you push him too much.
Yeah. No, not everyone wanted to wrestle. Wrestling was nasty, Erik. You know how much ringworm I got? How many black eyes I had? How many knees I got hurt?
My ear is still effed up from high school wrestling. Like, it's still jacked up. Every once in a while, people are like, "Do you roll?" I'm like, "No, that's just high school wrestling, man."
Remember when I got black eyes in 2 separate days against, I won't say his name, but he had your first name. He was Erik. I'm not going to say the last name, but he gave me 2 black eyes in 2 days. This is a nasty sport, man.
I broke my nose.
Oh, yeah. The lessons helped me lifelong, though, with wrestling, like with bouncing. But
those skills help you. They stay with you, though. Unlike some sports where you get rusty, if you know how to wrestle, that stuff stays with you and it never leaves.
But I will say the wrestling team, it had the people on the wrestling team were all we had a pretty rough wrestling squad, I would say.
It's like, I don't know, like maybe amicable misfits, maybe? Like,
yes.
Or like, I don't know.
Yeah. Some of them weren't amicable.
You're right. So yeah, you're right.
But it was kind of like misfits from kind of misfits from all over the school. And we were on the wrestling team together.
But not necessarily troublemakers.
No.
Just people that were just, weird. We're all weird in our own ways, and that's a good thing. But I think you kind of own it more when you're wrestling. And
individuals, too. Like, it's not a team sport. Like, you're out there on your own. Like, that's a very specific mindset. But we did that, too, though. We played tennis and we wrestled.
Yeah, and plus team sports too.
Yeah, and I'm not a team sporter. I was more like put me on my side of the court, Put me against this other person. Like, that's what I liked the most. I don't know. So
Yeah,
yeah.
tennis players have the best meltdowns of any sport, though. There's like no one has a better meltdown than a tennis player because you don't have any. You can't be coached. You have no one to talk to but yourself. So you're just going on rampages out there.
They say that you're 90% mental, 10% physical, but I think I was like 110% mental, like 0% physical, because I could get in my head like none other. Like, the other player wasn't even doing anything, and I'd be like, "What do you say to me, Mark? You're talking to yourself out there." Like, what? It's in my head. But yeah, back to Murney.
Okay,
Strange man.
I was just I thought he was a fun character. I love it when fun characters are in movies. So, do you remember the coaches in high school who were just really cool with the students? Do you remember any of those coaches that we had? I remember one in particular. And
nothing good happens.
What would be your advice for the coaches that get too close to high school students?
High school students and college students don't need friends that are their teachers. Just be their coach. I tell my students all the time, like, guys, you don't want me to be your best friend. Like, you don't want me to be the cool teacher. I am not the cool teacher. Don't want that. You don't want that from me. Like, no one likes the cool teacher. And so the people like teachers who are cool, but they don't like the cool teachers. So yeah, Mr. Murney, he had like a gang of kids. He created a bunch of bullies. He just seems to hang out. I bet you he hangs out with them on the weekend, sings with them. He's a strange man.
Very toxic relationships there. It was like it was not a vice principal. No. Not a good one at all.
It always throws me off when Principal Fletcher, played by Lauren Graham, which makes me happy. I think Lauren Graham's amazing, but she's also an age-appropriate girlfriend for Vin Diesel since they're the same age.
Yeah.
Because Michelle Rodriguez is 10 years younger than Vin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw her, I'm like, oh, hey, this is nice, an age-appropriate girlfriend for Vin Diesel.
Well, Vin also does not look like he's 55.
No.
He's 55 right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially in 2004. Like, he was, in his 30s? Vin used to be spry. But yeah, back to Murney. But yeah,
okay.
Murney, this is an odd character, man. But when she says that he's a good guy, I'm like, no, he's not. Like, I hate that excuse. Man, that guy just stabbed somebody. Yeah, but, he's a good fellow.
He meant well.
That's just him. Just let him be. Like, no, he stole my car. So Murney's a terrible human being.
She's an enabler of his bad behavior.
She is. She really is. But he has tenure he teaches at the middle school, elementary school, and high school. He does all of the discipline for all three. So maybe it's just like a small community and he's been there forever. His uncle's the superintendent. I don't know.
She said he had tenure, so she couldn't get rid of him. That was a line in the movie.
And like that singlet he wears in front of the entire school, Murney's a bad man.
He took some confidence to put that thing on.
And also too, like, where's Principal Fletcher when an unsanctioned match between a man in a singlet and a man in cargo shorts?
Man, you boxed people in high school.
Yeah, but I got 10 days OSS for it. And I wasn't a teacher. You know how much trouble I got for all those?
Yeah.
A teacher did I tell you, a teacher did lock up the weight room one time, and I boxed 3 people in a row with like a ton of people around me. That could have ended really bad. A boxing match in a weight room.
Yeah.
And we stood on pallets, wood pallets. It's like Mad Max.
Everyone's kind of amped up. Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of coaches that get too close to the students.
Yeah. But he let me box 3 people in a row, because I think the first 2 were easier than everyone thought. So then I kept just leveling up to the next guy. But yeah,
he's like, I got 20 minutes to fill here, and it's just we got to keep boxing.
Don't be that coach. That coach should not have allowed me to do that. Yeah.
Oh, right. Second question. I know you love highly capable people in movies. How does this rate for you on your scale of capable stars?
Well, what's nice about Shane Wolf is he comes in like a bulldozer. But I like the scene with Brittany Snow or Zoe Plummer where she's like, listen, our dad just died. Like, we're messed up. Just, you're not listening to us. You don't care. And I think every moment that he's in this movie, he learns. So he gets the milk, the juice, the backpack. He learns how to change diapers. You have the montage in the beginning when he's putting all his gear for the mission on the jet skis. And then he does the same thing with the kids' gear. So this is a guy who's adapting his skill set, and he's learning from each situation to be this better babysitter. And so I like that. Like, he's not, Uncle Buck was just a terrible babysitter. Horrifying. Like, this is about a guy who attempts to be better with
He
each
came
step.
through at the end, though.
The pancakes? Shoot.
No, the golfing.
What?
Wasn't he hitting golf balls at somebody?
And remember Scud? He broke down Scud or Bug's door, and he made the giant, and he helped out. Like, Uncle Buck came through.
Yeah.
But he's the charming kind of, oh man, we gotta have Buck watch our kids. Like, they got a Navy SEAL to watch their children. So he just had to adapt his skill set. He learned from it. He got better with diapers. He formed a good relationship with the kids. He got them there on time.
He showed vulnerability.
Yeah.
He turned the corner when he showed vulnerability, and he protected them from the ninjas. I mean, that'll bring any family together. But speaking of the ninjas, whenever you get some random people with a random line in a movie early on, chances are they're gonna play a role.
Yeah.
Later on. Like the neighbors, they would just show up at random times and make dumb remarks, to try to embarrass them, and of course they were the bad guys. So that's the tell.
Yeah, take the troll out of our pool, and we speak English, bud. Or if she loves you, she'll come back. He had a wrestling match with Helga, by the way. Shane Wolf did.
That was pretty entertaining. She bit him at the end.
Yeah, but I guess what I like is the kids have real problems, and this isn't a movie about kids who are just brats. Does that make sense? Like, they're not just going into a classroom where the people are horrifying. Like, these kids are traumatized, and they can't process it because the mom is probably overwhelmed. She can't process it, so he's thrown into this situation, and he tries to bulldoze it, but he learns he actually has to show some emotion, and he does.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, as far as that beat goes, it's successful, and he does succeed. I mean, the kids are on his side by halfway through. He gets to the house in 7 minutes. And then the rest of the movie, he wins them over. Like, then becomes buds, and then him and Lulu become best friends. So, yeah. And the kid loves him. He does the panda dance for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, the adapting of the skill sets
Yeah.
and learning as you go. Okay. So
No,
I'm
I like
glad
that.
he must score high on your scale of capable people.
Well, yeah, because it's fine for a capable person to be out of his element, but it's just watching them adapt to it, which makes it fun.
And then learn something in the process.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know what works best too is Vin liked these kids. You could tell, like, he has a scene with Brittany Snow where they're talking and she's crying. He's talking about his dad, and then he's being supportive of the other kid. Like, the kids like him, and he likes them. So I think that's what helps carry the movie too.
It must be hard working with a kid in a movie because you really get to know the kid, you form this bond, and then boom, you're done with the movie and you move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So my next question is about the title, The Pacifier. I thought it was smart because it had a triple meaning. Because pacifier for babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're a babysitter. There's a baby there. One of the wrestling moves he did was the pacifier. He turned around the Mermator's hand and put it in his mouth. And then the pacifier, it kind of sounds like it could be this kind of angry military style terminology where you're like putting something making something quiet. By taking it out. So the title's got a triple meaning. So if you got a triple meaning for a title, man, you got to go for it.
And listen, like this, instead of the professional, it could have been the pacifier. He just makes people quiet. He pacifies them. And so, yeah I mean.
But that has a connotation where it could be military or violent.
Exactly. And, you get the name title when he's beating up the Mermator. He beats up the ninjas who come into his house. Yeah, so I mean, he does all three. He pacifies he pacifies 3 times, I guess.
Yeah, I thought that's smart. It's a smart writing. The sound of music tied, the title, the characters. It was a well-written movie.
Now, I don't think this movie is especially tight.
Really?
It's
more confusing. I didn't know what actually happened to the dad, and I didn't understand why she was in Switzerland for 3 weeks guessing passwords.
And someone's just sitting there listening. Hank, Bob, Bill, Joe, spoon, knife, fork, oven.
Some Swiss guys like
Bill Paxton,
no,
Helen Hunt,
no,
Alan Ruck, Speed,
nope.
Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, Jan de Bont, camera, switch, Billy Bob Thornton. Like, it's just we just saying names. So like it's, and then like the duck and it, but I think it's very successful. I think Shankman knew what he was doing in regards to just making a 90-minute movie for kids. But I also don't think it swung for anything, so I can't say I don't think it needed to swing, but it also didn't try to rise above too many tropes at all. So I don't think I could ever give it too many stars because it just simply wanted to exist to give parents and kids money. And so I see some cynicism behind it. So I don't think I could ever be like, this is a good movie, but I do think it's a very successful produced film at creating content for parents and kids that will both like.
Great points. My last question is, okay, if aliens from outer space came down to Earth and all they had to analyze our culture was Disney movies, not just the cartoons, but just any family movie by Disney, I'm thinking that these aliens would probably come out with an estimate that there's a 50-50 chance of parents dying after procreation. like on Earth, they're like, damn, they have these kids and then they get whacked.
Lion King, dead parents.
That
Pacifier.
Dead parent trope was all over the place.
Yeah, and there's a lot of heroes' journeys. A lot of kids get separated.
Frozen, Little Mermaid. I don't even know how happened to her mom or whatever. I think one of Mulan's parents died. It's just that trope of the dead parent in Disney is so used so often.
Oh man. So if aliens came and they're like, hey, Erik, come to Earth, Erik, we need 5 Disney movies to analyze humanity. Hit us up. What 5 Disney movies would you hand over to them? I would give them Cool Runnings.
I love that movie.
Because the speeches, I would give them National Treasure.
Okay, for a little history of the United States.
Let's see. PG live action Disney movies, and not touchstone movies, live action Disney movies. None of that touchstone business. So I would do Cool Runnings. I would do, what was the other one I said? National Treasure. I would do The Rocketeer, because that's just a really great movie, and I love it. Let's see. How could I confuse them?
I'd go maybe like Sleeping Beauty. You know how much psychology is behind Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, yeah. Like Maleficent?
Yeah, like the presence of evil in the world. The family wanted to shelter her, but the evil still got to her. And it was just, there's so many underlying tones there, but maybe that's too deep. We'll keep it lighter.
Man.
Right, is Mighty Ducks a Disney movie?
Blood, breath, or urine? No thanks. I already ate.
I would just do sports movies. I would.
So The Rookie, Cool Runnings, that McFarlane USA, Invincible, and something else.
Oh, Invincible, good one. What was the one about our U.S. hockey team in 1980?
Oh,
with
Miracle.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Cool Runnings. You know, if I had to pick one, I would just do Cool Runnings.
I'd do a theme like Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just Olympics for sport themes.
And then it'd be like,
Cool Runnings, the Ducks, Invincible, Miracle.
Like they'll be like, Europeans are terrible because in Mighty Ducks 2 and Cool Runnings, there's always the rude Europeans.
The people from Iceland, like, geez, if we're gonna bomb a country, it's gonna be Iceland.
So aliens would be like, listen, we love America, but those Icelanders and those Europeans, let's War of the Worlds on them.
We're gonna distract them from the dead parent trope and just get them to the sports movie genre.
They just come down ready to conquer. Like you have 4 quarters to defend yourself, and like you get a break in between. Like what?
All these sports meta. Everyone's doing speeches, so like, just
if you're not enough,
speeches.
If you're not enough with Earth, you're not enough without it. Wait. So are you enough with Earth? No. Wait, what? Yeah, it's all confusion. And the aliens confuse us, we confuse them, they just leave.
They're like, these humans need constant sources of inspiration.
I wouldn't let them watch Angels in the Outfield, because then they'd be like, Angels cheat. Seriously, man, those Angels show up. They helped the last team in the league win the pennant. They prevented another team from winning the pennant. They probably prevented, they probably prevented other teams from making the playoffs, and which cost them a lot of money.
It seriously scared some people to see people jumping that high and flying through the air.
Yeah, and do you think every baseball team's gonna get an orphan in their staff after that movie to like pray and hope that angels show up and help them out, help Matthew McConaughey out and Adrian
There's
Brody?
A lot of superstition in baseball.
Like, yeah, you know what I hate too, man? Like in that 6 man, there's a ghost that helps them cheat to get to the finals. And Angels in the outfield, they help him cheat to get to the finals. Teen Wolf, he's a werewolf to get to the finals.
Flubber.
And then in the finals, they're like, no, you have to play. I'll be like, hell no. Like, we're here. We cheated. Another team should be in our spot. Like, we cheated by getting here. We don't have to earn it. Like, we didn't earn any of this. We didn't earn getting to this spot.
Well, a lot of movies, like Rookie of the Year, you get there and then your superpower leaves you and you have to be resourceful and find a way to win.
But that's not cheating because he just got thrifty. So in these other ones, like, they're like, listen, we helped you cheat all season. We prevented maybe other people from getting scholarships or hitting home runs, or, we screwed over a lot of, like, the fact that they can't have games at this stadium for 7 games probably cost people jobs. But we're not going to let you cheat in the final. Cheat in the final. You already helped them all season. That's what I'm saying.
I never have looked that deep into Angels in the outfield.
So let them cheat. Just let them.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, Erik, you helped me with 99 games. There's a 100th game. You're like, you got to do this yourself. I'm like, I'm not prepared to do this by myself. You've been helping me cheat for 99 games.
You owe this to me now.
I have lost the ability to catch a ball. Where's Hank the Angel that's been helping me?
I don't have to run anymore. I'm out of shape.
I float around the bases. I know this isn't the Pacifier.
No, I haven't seen that in 30 years, so I have vague recollections of people flying through the outfield.
Cheating in the outfield.
So one more thing I got to cover with you here. Military members and veterans are really fickle about military movies. Like, I think we have to be the worst audience. Like Top Gun Maverick, I kept thinking, why didn't they just call the Air Force? We've got jammers, and we could just, this could be done right now. It's like you can't get over. I think military members have a hard time separating the reality and divorcing it just from the entertainment. Like, for example, there was a scene where Vin Diesel gives a radio to Red One,
Red Baby,
the teenager. And he's like, if anyone gets within 40 clicks of the perimeter, call me. And I'm like, a click is a kilometer. They don't realize that a click means a kilometer. So if anyone comes within 40 kilometers of the house from Bethesda, Maryland, I mean, that probably encompasses all of Washington, D.C. and the whole metro area. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's zero research involved right there, isn't it? That's just... Yeah, I saw that. But things like that, I'm like just dying laughing. Or the part is like, do you copy? And the kid started copying him. Oh,
and
yeah.
The kid was like, do you copy? Because they didn't understand the word copy. I thought that was pretty funny.
I got to say, people do not. So when I got out of the film world, everything on the set, you don't say many words. Mark, bring the extras. Copy that. Mark, where are the extras? Coming to set. Copy that. So when I was working events, people are like, Mark, you coming? I'm like, hey, copy that. And they're like, what does that mean? What does copy that mean? Like people have trouble with copy that. It's annoying.
They do. I do 10-4, Roger. I like, there's a lot of like bleeding over from one side of my brain to the other.
I guess I could say yes. Yes, but that 10-4 and
like
copy
what?
and like, Mark, are you coming? Yes. You know what I mean? Like, but everything's copy that. Copy that.
Gotcha. I will say the part about staying away from cheese and the meals ready to eat that he fed them. He fed them actually those MREs.
And the kid took
when you're in the field.
Kid took the whole towel, the whole blanket, the tablecloth away. Little turd.
Yeah, and the teenagers did nothing to stop it. They didn't even just like grab it.
Does cheese back you up from MRE?
Yeah, it's kind of actually funny because it's a well-known thing in the military is stay away from the dairy and the cheese and those things because this is bad news.
Yeah, interesting. So if you get like a mac and cheese, you're done. Just eat the mac.
If you have to, if you're in the field and you need the calories, those things have a couple thousand calories. You need all that food.
Just not the cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of that one.
And how about that attack on the Serbians, man? They blow up the helicopter with a little blow it.
Oh, we got to talk jet skis. You're right. Yeah. We got to talk jet ski scenes. How did we miss this until the end?
There's an exploding jet ski.
There is. I still don't understand why the jet skis were escorting a yacht. The yacht's going to have a lot more bigger like fuel tanks, so it has longer range than the jet ski. Does the yacht refill the jet skis? I have all these questions.
I mean, shoot, Waterworld in the middle of nowhere with jet skis. So like, maybe they're just trolling. Maybe they attach. You know what? Maybe they hook up the jet skis in the middle of the ocean and tow them. And then when they get into populous areas, they get on the jet skis.
Yeah.
Because
When
they're
they're
close
closer
to
to land.
shore, so they might
Yeah,
need
maybe.
diversionary tactics.
You're a connoisseur of jet ski scenes. How does this rate?
I mean, listen, Vin looks good on it. He does. You know what's interesting? This is one of the few jet ski scenes where someone's done tricks on a jet ski to create waves that knock somebody else off a jet ski. So he created a wave that knocked a guy off. I was like, yeah, that's pretty impressive. It's good jet ski work. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I like it. It's good jet ski work.
Yeah, he also rode the jet ski onto the yacht.
And they filmed it well too. They didn't try to do wide shots. They just kept everything up close because a wide shot of a jet ski chase on the ocean's horrifyingly boring. So they just kept it really tight. Yeah, that's how you shoot a jet ski scene.
Why do henchmen make such exaggerated motions with their arms and their back while on a jet ski?
It's a PG Disney movie. But
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm telling you, man, the one of the biggest problem I think sometimes with stunt people is they're so graceful that you see it and you're like, man, that just doesn't look right. That's almost too graceful.
Yeah, I would be like a Yeti on that thing, just flailing about.
But you also don't want to see that either. You know what's interesting too in jet skis? Like you have Vin leaning forward, you have Christian Slater leaning forward, you have Treat Williams leaning forward, you have Jason Statham leaning forward. Do you lean forward on a jet ski?
No, I'm more of a wave runner guy. I like just I'm gonna just chill ride.
Yeah.
I don't need the bumps, man.
I feel like every movie character who's never been on a jet ski gets on a jet ski and it's like, I know how to operate this.
That's why I ski instead of snowboard. I just want to cruise.
Oh man, I don't do either. That's why I sit on a tube. You can pull around. But no, it's good jet ski work. It's good henchman work. And it features an exploding jet ski, which they're rare in cinema. There's not too many exploding jet skis. Waterworld has some. But for the most part, you won't see too many jet skis explode.
Okay.
Fact.
Some knowledge bombs right there. I got one more quick observation I want to share. Then I want to challenge you to a draft.
Okay.
So we were watching it, and there's a scene where Vin Diesel is running around without a shirt on because obviously, I don't know, it makes sense for have Vin Diesel running around without a shirt on, right? You got this guy. So he was out there and shirtless, and I'm like, hey kids, that's what I look like when I met your mom. That's what I look like. And all of a sudden I hear my wife just shout from the other bedroom, no, it's not. just from other bedrooms, she somehow heard me say that to the kids.
The sass is strong.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, no, seriously. And she's like, no, that's not what you look like.
Oh man.
I'm like, thanks, honey. I'm trying to compare myself to this Navy SEAL babysitter.
The shirtless scene is kind of odd because it's just Lulu seeing him. Like I guess you got to give something for the audience, but he seems smarter than that.
Yeah, they could have gone without that though.
I don't like contrived moments, but I mean, a lot of these moments to be episodic, you have to come up with contrived situations.
Child actors.
Yeah.
They have to.
So, I mean, like, yeah, we'll just put Vin shirtless. Like, yeah, sure. Vin's like, oh, it worked out. It's cool. Yeah, just do that. But I don't think that scene was necessary, especially for a kid's movie.
Yeah, you're right. It did respect kids, but yeah, they probably didn't need to be showing off his pecs like that. I mean, it's just unnecessary with.
I wonder if it's in his contract. I got to get bit by a duck, and I need to show some pec.
If I cannot wear a sleeveless shirt, I'm just gonna go sleeveless in one shot, or just shirtless.
You can either have two sleeveless shirt scenes or one shirtless scene.
It's a negotiation.
What about one sleeveless shirt scene, but you have sleeves on? Wait.
Okay.
So
What about a shirt with one sleeve?
I don't even know the logistics of that. Can we just? Okay, I'll go shirtless. Okay, good. And then they go home later and they're like, wait, during negotiations, did we just tell Vin Diesel he could go shirtless in our movie? Called reverse psychology. Gotcha.
Or I will do this movie only if I can be shirtless at some point in the movie. Is that a thing? Do you think those actually happen?
Sure.
The negotiations, like I must be shirtless, otherwise I'm not going to be in your movie.
I think you have to negotiate that. You know, back in the day in the 80s, when people were making movies, like some producers would be like, I need 3 shots of boobs. And then that would, like, you have to, like Valley Girl, the director, she got tasked with doing that, the Nicolas Cage movie. So she showed the 3, but in the least amount of screen time possible. But she had to have 3. It's like,
as part of her contract?
Yeah. So there's, like, because to release it so guys could see it and go, oh yeah, because it was the 80s and it was horrifying. But it
was gratuitous in the 80s.
But when they did it, it was just like the brief glimpses. She's like, well, you got your 3, but it's the briefest possible I could figure out. So yeah, I mean, I could see that with shirts and no shirts. I mean, look at these Marvel movies. I think Hemsworth, they're all shirtless in it, so they have to be contractually obligated to one.
You're right. Captain America, when he came out of the
shirtless,
when he first got the serum, they need to show how big he got in that scene.
I don't think he's too much shirtless in the other 2.
No, that was the only time I remember. Was Thor shirtless? I know he was when he got fat. He had the fat.
Oh yeah, man. And the 4th one, he gets all his clothes blown off. He's like, you snapped too hard.
You're right.
And then the 2nd one, he's just washing himself, depressed, shirtless. Yeah, and like, I think there has to be contractual.
Adam Driver was shirtless in Star Wars.
Well, I mean, if you're the actor, you need to know when and how so you can work out and get dehydrated. Like in The Guest, Dan Stevens had to like start not drinking water for a week. And then he had, like, on the day, he had to do a bunch of push-ups and drink Coca-Cola to get his veins pumping for the day.
That's right. They do dehydrate themselves for to get that tight physique look.
Zac Efron said that he just wrecked his body for Baywatch. Like, he had, like, body dysmorphia after that because it was just so stressful being like that all the time.
Wasn't Brendan Fraser? He had similar health issues after George of the Jungle.
Oh man, yeah, and like you also listen to his work on The Mummy, and Stephen Summers is like, oh yeah, Brendan Fraser blew his back out in that scene, but he kept going. So yeah, Brendan Fraser collected a ton of injuries. Yeah, but like George of the Jungle messed him up. That's not easy, man. It's not sustainable. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess I have more respect for it now. What work it takes to get to that point.
So listen, I would do it.
The shirt rip.
Hey, Mark and Erik, come join this movie about, professional weightlifters, but we'll sign you up with your own chefs and weightlifting coaches. Like, all right.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Give me Ryan Reynolds, coach.
Yeah. Can I do a movie about guitar playing next, and then boxing, and then Yeti hunting? Like, just learn all those skills. That's why Daniel Day-Lewis is a cobbler for 6 years before he does a movie. He gets paid to learn a skill.
But that's method acting to the extreme, though.
I'm sure they pay him for it.
Yeah.
When he retires, he's going to have Daniel Day-Lewis's shoe, clothing, outdoor adventures.
I'd wear his clothes. If you had a brand of clothes.
I'd trust
him. Would you wear a Daniel Day-Lewis Best Folk shirt?
Yeah. That would look amazing.
I'd wear that. Yeah, it'd be great.
What would Vin Diesel's line be? Sleeveless shirts. Like dress sleeveless shirts. Like button up. One for every occasion. And if you do wear sleeves, it has to be a thermal. So if you have a black sleeveless shirt, you can wear a black thermal underneath it, long sleeve.
It would be like fashionable workout clothes.
You think
like
you would sell athleisure?
It'd be like Fabletics for men or something.
You think you would do Lululemon, but Vin Diesel?
Yeah. Wasn't Lulu the name of the girl in the movie? Vin
Diesel.
I guess Diesel jeans are already taken.
Yeah, I like Vin Diesel. It's all sleeveless. And there's no long pants. Just sleeveless pants, which would mean shorts. And sleeveless
Or it could be V-necks and cargo shorts.
Yeah, you're right. Gray and white V-necks.
By the way, you know where cargo shorts originated? Was paratroopers in World War II. It was a military connection.
Cargo. I mean, cargo shorts.
Exactly. Yeah, they would jump out of planes, and everything they had to take with them. So they sewed these pockets on the pants.
You're not wearing some tight Levi's. You need cargo pants.
Yeah, for ammo, extra rations, whatever else you need out in the field for a couple months.
But I mean, remember chain wallets? Those are for motorcyclists. And then I wear a chain wallet. For no
reason.
You do
now?
No, I don't do it anymore. But I mostly did it for bouncing, because if someone tried to hit my wallet, they would just pull a chain.
But that's when people wore wallets in the back pocket. No one wears wallets in the back pocket anymore. And everyone just has money clips now.
Yeah. So, I mean, those were for motorcyclists, and then people just wore them. Remember how long those chains were? It's like a wall chain that you can also play
It wasn't even functional anymore.
Yeah. Just, it would get you stuck in escalators.
Yeah, hop off the bike and get into a fight somewhere at a bar.
Get stuck in your gears.
So,
what happened to Phil? Just chain wallet pulled him into the spokes of his bike, and he hit a tree.
But his wallet was safe.
Where's his wallet at? I don't know. It's funny.
So hey, I gotta challenge you to a quick draft here. I love doing the drafts with you. It's got to be hard to make a PG rated action movie.
Oh yeah,
because the violence has to be kind of comical, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You're not whacking people.
No bloodshed.
Yeah, You can't really use swords. If you do, you're just kicking people like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, so what's your first? What are you gonna pick?
So the guidelines are PG
Action.
Are sports allowed? Because is that action in this draft?
I mean, unless it's like no.
No sports?
No sports. Action.
Okay. What about horror? Like an Ernest Scared Stupid?
Yes, that's fine because he fights a troll.
All right. So I'm gonna go Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh man, you just picked one of my all timers.
No.
All right, so Ernest Scared Stupid. I'm gonna take The Rocketeer. Oh. Classic.
I tried to show my kids that.
They didn't like it?
It freaked them out. Yeah, they were really scared.
I mean, it's a pretty adult movie.
It was, really.
All right, so what's your next one?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, you just won it.
The original.
I should have grabbed that first.
Another kid-friendly movie.
Oh, wait, you know what? The only way I combat that is with Willow.
Oh, dude. The part with the pigs.
Bro, the trolls.
Scary.
Yeah, it's bad news, man.
That stuck with me all through my childhood. When she turned the army into pigs.
Oh, and Bath Morta.
That was creepy, man. At the end, when he was hiding Dannon, like this sounds like yogurt. Was it Elizabeth Dannon?
Elizabeth Dannon, yeah.
That's
Dannon
right.
Yogurt. Elizabeth Yogurt.
All right. So
what's
you
your third
got
pick?
Surf Ninjas.
Oh man, dang it! You're like taking all my main picks. All right, I'll do National Treasure then. It's a good action. That's a good treasure hunting action film. All right, what's your next one?
Was Hook PG?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, you went big.
Yeah.
That's good. Do it.
I went to win here. I didn't.
Oh well, I was trying to be nice, and I know there's another PG.
I went for the jugular.
No, I know another. What's the? Oh, this is dirty. The Princess Bride. We're going for the kill right here. I never do this.
It's like we're like a tennis match all over again.
Yeah. Talking to myself.
Right. We talked about Mighty Ducks earlier. Can I just pick Mighty Ducks for the sports action?
Sure. Why not? All right, so the Mighty Ducks. Oh, Erik. Remember the Titans.
Oh, man. Was Friday Night Lights, was that PG-13?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Some good content in there.
Oh, man, so we have Ernest Scared Stupid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Surf Ninjas, Hook, the Mighty Ducks. I have The Rocketeer, Willow, National Treasure, The Princess Bride, Remember the Titans.
I'm kind of curious if we have a poll because I think that people would vote on this one. This has a very broad commercial appeal to it.
This one's going to be close. Hook's, for some reason, man, people are obsessed with Hook. Looky, I got Hooky. The food.
I haven't shown it to my kids yet, probably because Rufio dies.
I love Rufio. That dude's cool. All right, man. Well, hey, Erik, thank you so much for joining me, man. Thanks for chatting about the pacifier and cargo shorts and all that good stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this one. I think it's underappreciated, and I would recommend it.
Listen, it made bank. Like everyone's happy with it. Like Shankman went on to make more movies. Disney still uses them all the time. So this was a success in box office and home video. So,
would you rather make a movie or be a backup dancer for Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson?
A backup dancer?
Yeah.
Or make a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would make a movie because how many backup dancers have really long careers? Yeah. Unless you're like J-Lo.
Yeah.
And then you can rise above it all, become like a bajillionaire. But I'd make a movie.
Yeah, I would too, because it's like 6 months versus a week's worth of work.
I'd make a movie about backup dancers.
How about Tampa stripper makes good?
The backup plan.
Becomes a dancer.
That's what it would be called, the backup plan. About a Tampa. Channing Tatum's a stripper who fights in underground fights as well.
Who joins the military, becomes a SEAL, and then has to babysit some kids.
So a former Tampa stripper becomes a Navy SEAL, then has to babysit children?
But he's reformed, and he passes background check.
Wow.
Channing Tatum is a babysitter? Dude, has Channing Tatum done the kid movie yet?
Well, he has a dog movie, so that's close. I don't think he's done a kid movie yet. I don't think he's there yet.
You're right. What was that recent dog movie that he did?
It's called Dog, isn't it? Isn't it just called Dog?
You're right.
I think, right?
You sit on the back of the truck,
Channing
right?
Tatum dog movie. Yeah, it's called Dog. Yeah, it's Dog. D-O-G.
Okay.
All right. Man, thank you for joining me, dude.
I wonder what it's about.
I love a high concept picture.
All right, man. That was great.
Well, this was fun. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Erik Hoffmeyer, this is Movie Stones and Flicks. We'll see you next week.